During our current situation in the world, a lot of businesses have had enough time to reflect on their brands and businesses. Most businesses will have to change their entire business strategies and models, whilst others are thinking of getting a rebrand. In today's episode, we are going to learn the difference between a rebrand and a brand refresh so we can confidently choose the right path for our business. Stay tuned. Welcome again to another episode of the Branding Made Easy series, and as always, I'm your host Kwame, the brand strategist. If you are new here, kindly click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Today we are going to look at two things: a brand refresh and a rebrand. Basically, evolution versus revolution. How do I know whether my brand needs just a refresh or a complete rebrand? When it comes to branding, consistency is key. So the more often you do a rebrand, the more work you have to put in for your audience to recognize and accept your brand. That is why it's so important to identify whether your brand needs just a refresh or a complete rebrand. Before we decide, we need to know that both a rebrand and a refresh are huge investments. So we need a complete audit or an evaluation of our business before we embark on such a journey. The idea of a rebrand for a business can be a huge step to take, just like a person deciding to go in for a plastic surgery, change of name, or change the identity of their gender to develop a whole new personality. So when do we decide to have a rebrand? Well, when something huge happens in our business, such as a reputational damage that we can't recover from, or change of ownership, or a measure that requires us to change the business name, values, or a strategic directional change in our business. Going through a rebrand can be quite expensive and will take a lot of time and effort to undergo it. Not to even talk about the pushback you might get from your audience resisting the change. That is why a rebrand shouldn't always be the path to take unless it's really necessary. On the other end of the spectrum, there's a brand refresh. A brand refresh isn't as complicated as a rebrand. Just like a person, you just need a new haircut to stay trendy, some new clothes, and maybe a new lifestyle. You will still remain the same person with just a different vibe. So when should we do a brand refresh? Well, when we feel our brand identity elements don't resonate well with the current state of our business, then we can easily modify our logo, color palette, website, messaging to stay relevant to our target audience, or even reposition our brand to target a different type of audience. A refresh is a brand update, an evolution that happens to your brand, whilst a rebrand is a huge change, a revolution of your brand and business. Now, I believe you know the difference between the two. When it comes to a rebrand, it's more expensive and time consuming, whilst a refresh can be a quicker or a less expensive alternative. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Sharing is caring, so don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. Until we meet again, always remember to inspire positivity. I'm out. Zaijian.